YouView boxes are popular digital TV devices, but they can sometimes experience frustrating boot errors that prevent normal operation. Understanding these issues is the first step toward resolving them effectively. The YouView boot process consists of 4 critical stages. First is the power-on self-test, which verifies all hardware components are functioning correctly. Next comes firmware loading, where the operating system initializes and prepares the device for operation. Service discovery follows, detecting both network connections and broadcast signals to establish communication. Finally, application launch activates the user interface and makes all services available for normal use. YouView boxes can experience several types of boot errors. Continuous beeping typically indicates hardware failure or corrupted firmware that prevents normal startup. Getting stuck on the logo screen usually points to software corruption or storage issues that interrupt the boot sequence. Maintenance mode loops occur when failed updates or system file corruption prevent the device from completing its startup process. A completely black screen can indicate HDMI connection problems or complete system failure requiring immediate attention. Maintenance mode is a special diagnostic state that YouView boxes enter when they detect problems. This mode provides several important capabilities for system recovery. In maintenance mode, the system can perform comprehensive self-diagnostics to identify the root cause of boot failures. It can also attempt automatic repairs to fix common software issues without user intervention. The system can download and install the latest firmware updates to resolve known bugs and compatibility issues. Finally, maintenance mode can reset system configurations to factory defaults, clearing corrupted settings that may prevent normal operation. Recent YouView models have seen significant improvements in boot reliability and diagnostic capabilities. Enhanced diagnostic tools integrated into newer firmware versions provide better problem detection and resolution capabilities. Improved error reporting systems now provide clearer, more actionable feedback to help users understand what went wrong. Better integration with broadband services has reduced connectivity-related boot issues significantly. These improvements have resulted in an impressive 94.2% boot success rate for YouView models manufactured after 2023, making boot errors much less common than in previous generations. Now we'll walk through practical solutions for the most common YouView boot problems. These step-by-step fixes can resolve most issues without needing a technician. For continuous beeping, start with the power cycle method. First, unplug the YouView box completely and wait 30 seconds. Then, hold down the power button while reconnecting the power cable and wait for the normal boot sequence to begin. Here you can see the YouView box layout. The power button is located on the top of the device. Hold this button down while reconnecting the power cable. If power cycling doesn't work, try accessing maintenance mode for a factory reset. This screen shows the maintenance mode options available on your YouView box. Select the Software Reset Recommended option first, as this preserves your recordings while fixing boot issues. Use the navigation buttons shown at the bottom to make your selection. If your YouView box is stuck in a maintenance mode loop, try the forced exit method. Power off the device completely, then disconnect all cables, including power, HDMI, aerial, and Ethernet, for a full 2 minutes. Disconnect all these connections shown here: the aerial, HDMI, Ethernet, and power cables. This complete disconnection helps reset the system state and break the maintenance mode loop. For more serious firmware corruption, manual firmware recovery may be needed. This requires entering recovery mode and having an active Ethernet connection for downloading the latest firmware. A stable Ethernet connection like this one is essential for firmware recovery. The box will automatically download and install the latest firmware to resolve boot issues. Prevention is always better than fixing problems after they occur. Enable automatic updates to keep your firmware current, ensure proper ventilation around the device, use a stable power supply with surge protection, and maintain a reliable broadband connection. These troubleshooting methods resolve most YouView boot problems. Remember to try the simpler solutions first, like power cycling, before moving to more complex fixes like firmware recovery. If issues persist after trying these methods, contact your service provider for additional support.